Hello, dear listeners, viewers, and friends of the Flowing with Angels community. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me for this new tarot and oracle card reading, and for being a part of this angelically inspired energy field. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it, there will be some relevant guidance from the angels for you here. But as I am recording this, we are in the month of September of 2025, and the energies are very intense. Especially I feel when it comes to karmic ties and lessons. This reading contains relationship guidance in the broadest sense of the word, so please take what resonates with you and what applies to your personal circumstances and relationships of any kind. Let's find out what the angels wish to convey to us through the tarot and oracle cards. The first card we see is the card of the sorceress with the keywords rituals, power, and will. This card speaks of regaining your power and your self-belief, standing firm through rituals of self-empowerment. The archetype of the sorceress is one of the most profound and sovereign ones. The energy of the sorceress connects to your inner divine feminine part that we all have, regardless if you are a man or a woman. The sorceress embodies your ability to create your own experiences in life, because you have mastered and balanced your inner energies, and you have learned how to play with the universal energies without being at the mercy of how others think you should act, behave, and live. She represents the balance between opposites, integrating the light and the shadow side of life within and outside of yourself, acknowledging both creative and destructive forces, and connecting with both the natural world and the higher realms. And this is all because she understands the interconnectedness and inclusiveness of all life. So if we apply this energy of the sorceress to the field of your relationships, it means that you are working on balancing your inner divine feminine and masculine energies, as well as unifying all parts within yourself, the darker parts and the lighter parts. And this roots you in authenticity and sovereignty. This process ultimately allows for you to hold space for others without getting depleted, to unify and bring people together without losing yourself in your interactions with them. And from your independent and detached spirit, you have become a great observer of both your inner and your outer world with the detective card. You can clearly recognize certain patterns in others and in your relationships, and you trust your deep intuition when it comes to evaluating other people's energies. The word that stands out to me on this card is truth. You are looking for truth in your relationships, not games or false pretenses and promises, but authenticity and clarity of word, action, and connection. You observe both your own inner feelings and the responses of the other person in a relationship. You are not shy of self-reflection, and you take accountability for your own feelings and behavior. I feel that through your keen eye for detail, as well as your impartiality, you are also able to restore balance and harmony, because you are able to look at all the aspects of a situation and relationship. It also means that you take your time and that you allow the natural connection and chemistry to unfold and flow. There is no need to rush or force anything. You trust in the rhythms and cycles of the universe. I feel with both the card of the sorceress and the detective that you have started to rise above the pulls and limitations of the ego in relationships. You are able to see yourself, as well as the other, as an independent soul in his or her own power. And then you are both free within your relationship. No more codependency or blame. You accept what is, and you can easily hold your own center, no longer losing yourself in drama. This is a wonderful state to be in or work towards, although I feel that the area of relationships always remains a work in progress for both parties. Relationships are the most wonderful, but also the most difficult part of life in our human forms. Now let's look at the runes, the Wunyo rune and the Raido rune. The Wunyo rune is the rune of pure joy and fulfillment that flows forth from a state of inner balance and harmony and a positive spirit, and which then fills your relationships and connections with a great sense of happiness and unity, which is lovely to see in a reading with relationship guidance. So you are well on your way, like we also see with the Raido rune, the rune of travel and movement. The Raido rune indicates that things are progressing in the right direction, because you have grown in your relationships. You have undergone a profound transformation within yourself that will now start to reflect its results within your connections. Your willingness to dive deeper and to look at all the inner and outer aspects of relationships that we saw with the detective card has brought about a detachment from rigid thinking and rigid expectations. You are more in the flow of life, and you allow your inner wisdom to guide you to the right people at the right moment, which also means that you had to let go of old connections that have kept you stuck, or that these connections have changed for the better, because you have changed by doing the inner work. I feel with the Wunyo and the Raido rune combined that a positive relationship experience is on the horizon for you, or is already happening, depending on your personal situation. There is definitely a shift taking place in this area, and I feel that you will soon see evidence of this, especially with your keen detective skills that we saw earlier. When we look at the card of the sensualist and the energy of the sun in the 12th house, we see how you can energetically support this shift. When it comes to relationships, the energy of the sun in the 12th house suggests that you are looking for deep soul-level connections rather than surface-level interactions. It shows that the relationship area is one of significant emotional and spiritual growth for you. Your natural inclination to introspection and solitude might have made you feel invisible or overlooked by the majority of people who cannot see and feel as deeply as you do, which made you sad and disappointed at times. So one way to balance your highly spiritual nature and preferences with human existence and human relationships is getting in touch with your sensuality, like we see here with the card of the sensualist. The energy of the sensualist is connected to your inner divine feminine energy, and it brings a fiery passion and spontaneity to your life. You can embrace your inner sensualist by being present in the moment and use your 5 physical senses to interact with your environment, which allows you to connect more with your body and Mother Earth. It is all about bringing nurturing care, delight and enjoyment to yourself and your everyday life, which helps you to relax more and appreciate the tangible aspects of life on planet Earth. I feel the sensualist refers to giving yourself what you need independent of other people, exploring what brings you joy and pleasure, and defining what truly makes you happy. Let's see what relationship guidance comes through from the tarot cards next. So the 5 of Cups card combined with the Ace of Wands card shows this shift that we talked about earlier, an inner transformation that is followed by beautiful progress in your relationship area. By transcending and integrating old pain and disappointments, balancing the light and the darkness, like we saw with the energy of the sorceress, you are attracting a new passionate beginning. The Ace of Wands indicates that the universe is trying to get a new positive experience to you, But it is up to you if you grab this Ace of Wands, this opportunity. One of the ways of becoming more receptive is by embracing the energy of the sensualist, which you are able to apply to your life by yourself. You don't need other people's input to dwell in this state. You can take independent action steps to bring more joy and more passion to your life. The hare sitting behind the woman in the Five of Cups card shows that there is fertile relationship ground right within your reach, but it takes for the woman and for you to turn around to see it, to adapt a new perspective, like we see with the depiction of the bird on the Ace of Wands card. And then we come to the only two major arcana cards in this spread, the High Priestess and the card of Harvest, which is the World card in a regular tarot deck. The High Priestess looks like the sorceress in this particular card. She is in touch with the spiritual dimension, but she's not sitting still. She's actively making a brew, carefully choosing her ingredients. The sorceress has not only mastered her inner parts, her masculine and feminine energies, and her light and shadow parts, she is a co-creator with the divine. She not only holds the vision of prosperous relationships, she is actively participating by applying the energy of her inner sensualist from a rooted place of authenticity and sovereignty. The rich harvest on the World card and the beautiful home in the background are very tangible and real. They represent everything that is fulfilling and destined for you with the World card. The last two cards are the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands. The page now holds the wand in his hand. He has taken it from the metaphorical hand of the universe, so to speak, and although he is still inexperienced, there is movement forward and an energy of exploration and adventure within him. The Page of Wands encourages you to apply your inner magic and play with it. The donkey on the card symbolizes inner peace and patience. It moves slowly but steadily, and it possesses a very grounded and earthy energy. You move forward while staying in touch with your intuition and inner wisdom, like we see with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is receptive. She holds her cup in front of her in order to receive, but she is in a state of peace and calmness, not in anger, not in resentment, nor impatience. The Queen of Cups feels like the part of you that is like a nurturing, supportive mother to your inner Page of Wands, your inner child, who is becoming enthusiastic and passionate to explore and discover new, exciting ways to engage in relationships. Your emotional maturity, represented by the Queen of Cups, prevents you from stepping into relationships that do not serve your highest good, and helps you to be open to the ones that are nurturing and fulfilling, yet free from toxic attachments based on guilt, obligation, or codependency. I feel with the Ace of Wands and the World card that you are closing out an old cycle and starting a new one in the area of relationships. The angels encourage you to use your creative energy to embrace the good things in life and to celebrate the beauty in yourself. They inspire you to find new ways to show your true values and to stand in your own truth. Connect with the parts of yourself that you kept hidden and integrate them within yourself so your inner light can shine brightly and your truth can be heard, and your authenticity can be shown to the world and in all of your relationships. And with this beautiful encouragement and inspiration from the angels, we have come to the end of this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it and that you have found it helpful. Please consider liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. If you are interested in personal angelic guidance, please visit my website, flowingwithangels.com. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Many thanks for being here. Until next time, namaste.